Okay, so we're looking at the Ana here. This is a Diamond Ana player.
Ready for battle.
Circuit Royale, very hard map to play on the first point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
I think this first point is one of the hard. This is the hardest point to the. Ooh, wait. What are you doing? Oh, Kiriko TP. Okay. Oh my god. That was really risky though. That is your Kiriko's fault, to be fair. I wouldn't have crossed so casually. I wouldn't have made that crossing so casually. They might have a Widowmaker. You never know. I don't know if you press tab or not, so I can't check that stuff.
Stand up straight.
So you need to... Okay. I'm noticing a lot of the sleeps are like guessing. You're trying to predict the sleep. That's what I'm noticing so far. I'll point it out if it's more obvious. Okay, you overshot the nade there. Sleep Hog. He gets Suzu'd anyway. And your monkey feeds. Nice sleep. That was a good sleep.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Oh my god, they're just pummeling you guys right now. No, unlucky.
Let's kick this off.
Nade, you're a monkey here too.
Keep them in.
Nice. Okay. I haven't had to pause for anything yet. Nothing too bad yet. Your Echo Copy Soldier. Your monkey hasn't got Primal. You got Confirmed Nano on. Ooh, I thought that sleep would hit too. He's got Primal now. You guys used a lot of ults. Aggressive play, nice. Nice sleep. Nade. Okay, nice. I haven't seen you quick scope yet. I'm interested to see if you do quick scope later. You do need to taxi your Kiriko back, but you also gotta keep in mind that your team might throw, like now. Oh, the sleep. Okay, nice trying to sleep though. I guess that was really random though. You need to look for a nade here. Oh, aggressive nade. Go for an aggressive nade there. Because right now the hog is really undealable. It's really hard to kill the hog without the anti-nades. So you need to force Suzu with your nade, at least. Your monkey is low, true, but like... That is true, but still. You just need to kill hog, really. Ooh. I think the nade placement does need working on. That's something we both know though. We both know your nades do need working on anyway. You haven't died yet, so your positioning is not an issue. Not a major issue. Ooh. Okay, that's a positional error. You did live because of it though. Let me double check though. Let me double check. I wanna check this fight again. Is Kiriko savable first thing? Hog dies. You might be able to nano that. If you're insane, you would nano it. You nano to keep him up, but you might be too slow to confirm nano there. So you nano hog anyway. He kills one. Well, you nano hog echo really. No, Kiriko fucking tanks to Liza. That's not your fault. Yeah, actually no, that's not your fault. She walks straight towards the team. This is risky though. This is very risky. Because I guess you're hiding from the visor. So that's smart. But you're leaving yourself vulnerable to hog as well. I think holding hit is still fine, considering you're there's two people on the soldier, and you can still heal from this angle. And if the visor focuses you can hug left wall here. This is pretty risky because if you die, the fight is definitely over. But you do realize that, yeah, you messed up. Wait for the anti, obviously, then go for sleep on the hog. Now, where do you position here is a curious question. Your rest of our feet, not your fault.
Stand up straight.
I think you're a bit too tricky. Happy with the sleep darts? You can chill. I think the hogs realize that he's starting to bait you. He's starting to bait you with the sleep darts. That's what I'm seeing right now. I want to see if it happens more. But he's starting to like jiggle peek a bit because he knows he just shoot sleep dart first thing. He knows that. So I think he's jiggle peeking a bit. It is mind games, obviously, but you've done it a lot. So it's now starting to become predictable. Lift what? Nice sleep. Get Suzu'd. Unlucky. Yes, you still haven't died, so I think there's been one case of bad positioning. A couple, you should be playing a bit more aggressive. Nice as nice sleep. That's a really good sleep. Followed by a good nade. Nice. Oh my god, your wrist is just dying. I don't think your pick is wrong either. They're gonna kite the rush, I think. Nope, they're not. Ooh, how many nade? One.
Be careful.
Is there much you can do? I would have naded first. Personally, I would have naded first. That's my humble opinion. Because think of it logically. Think of it logically, right? If you're gonna nade, then sleep, then nade, you're just gonna wake the hog back up, right? So surely you should nade here. You get it doesn't like a 5-man if you land it optimally. Then go for the sleep on the hog afterwards. That would be the optimal, I'd say. And if you nade first, that might scare them a bit. It might scare them. You might get a kill or two. The nade you overshot, I think. Yeah, here would be the best place. At this point you'd hit maybe Kree, Hog, and maybe Soldier if you're lucky. Just a couple of optimization.
No recovery. We're outnumbered. Be careful.
Your team is not doing well for yourself. Your team is not doing well. So somehow you need to touch. Your team needs to touch. The soldier is braving. Very brave. Bob. High noon. You got Nano. The Kree's low. What are you doing? Am I joking?
Get in there.
Do you not see he's like 5 health right now? You can literally step on him or something or melee him and he dies. Why do you tunnel on the kit? Okay. I mean, if you get this kill, props on you. Oh, he TPs. No way. Okay. So, yeah, obviously you missed that. But I don't need to explain why you needing to kill that is optimal. Oh, no way. But that's still ultimately the team's fault. But that's the burden of being a support, unfortunately. You just gotta like, you know, you just gotta suck up on bad teammates and like, you know, you gotta do things that you shouldn't do, but you have to. Kind of shit. Sometimes you're just forced to make bad plays because of your like tanks or DPS. It does suck, but but you gotta follow a plan essentially. You gotta follow a bad plan in a sense. Interesting. Ooh, I would've. You want to nade about in that box shape thing, like there, where the soldier is. You want to nade there. ultimately. Just yeet a nade. It always hits one. Ooh, unlucky to nade. I'd be scoping these shots, but that's just me. I mean, no, that would be the right call, to be honest. You should look for nade here. You saw Suzu. You see Suzu now. You see Suzu. Okay. I would have been a tad bit more aggressive than nade. Maybe try to get Kiriko too. Because you know she used Suzu and TP. And you saw, I think you saw Hook from Hog too. I'm pretty sure you saw Hook from Hog. I'll check back at the replay when I'm editing the video. If I'm wrong, then I look like I look an idiot. Okay, this is something funny I've been doing recently. You should do it as well. Just yeet nades upwards. Like, look up, yeet, like throw a nade. Actually, ignore me. Ignore that core. Ooh. Okay, the Hunter pops him anyway. I think it's just nades, really. There's a lot of nade issues right now. You need to, like, aim towards more to the ground. If you want to heal... It's like a mechanical issue right now. Because it's not like the nade choices are bad. It's just your method of nading is bad. I think it's just your method of nading is bad. Maybe. Could do some working on. Definitely. Like the angle you want to throw it. You're not thinking. It's not the right idea. I know what you're doing. You're trying to hide from headshots from Hanzo. Oh, that's a big nade from the enemy Ana. Nice deep, go for nade. On Ana. Ooh, I would have gone for Hog, personally. I would have gone for the Hog there, but it works. You got Nano Visor. That's your win con next fight. You also have Flux. Ooh, you don't Nano Visor. Because they don't touch. Why did that get off one Nano Visor? Okay. Did I misread the situation? The Hog could have touched. I'm just saying. You're very similar to my Ana playstyle. I think you're pretty passive too. I think in a game like this you need to play more aggressive. Cause your team isn't doing enough. I'd say this because I know as well what a passive Ana playstyle feels like. If you're playing too passive and your team isn't winning, then you gotta play aggressive. You gotta take risk essentially. You gotta take risk. Because like if you're losing while playing passive, and then you take the risk and you're still losing, then you don't lose anything. Essentially, but if you're taking the risk and your team starts winning, then you're clearly doing a lot more with the aggressive playstyle. A bit, yeah. There's a bit too much of a heal bot right now. Like, I think you should move more forward for the nades, while also. Oh, why Nano? Okay, that's a big error. I'll explain why. Okay, you Nano Sigma during Flux if you know he's got one person. That's the first thing I'd say. I wouldn't even Nano Sigma that often, to be honest. I think you should Nano for tempo. Just Nano someone for tempo. The reason this Nano is bad is because he's nowhere near his Flux targets to capitalize on it. you only boost his 50 damage lift up too. So essentially, you're only adding 25 damage in a sense right now to the flux, because it's always half health no matter what. Boosts don't affect that. Secondly, yeah, he's nowhere near, so he can't capitalize on the flux with the nano. He can't go for a left click in a sense. Ooh. And this happens too. You see Hog right. This is where the red flag should appear. Unfortunately that you have sleep, unfortunately you're the hook target. It'd be very hard instinct to do this, but you need to hug right wall if that happens. But that's very hard, obviously. Hug the right wall, go all the way back. Nice nade. He should die. If that hog doesn't die, your team's throwing. Your team's throwing. Okay, that sleep dart is definitely questionable. Like, some of your sleep darts, I think you're trying too hard to predict them peaking. That's what you're trying to do too much. I think you should go for, I don't know, simpler sleep darts. Because what if the hog pushes now with gates? What do you have? You have gate. You have your own gate, but you don't have a sleep dart to counter him. Oh, nice sleep. I don't know if anyone's gonna agree with me on that point though, with the whole just sleep dart thing. Look for nade here. Okay, nice nade. Oh my god. Obviously you wanted to hook the hog, sleep the hog there, but we both know you missed. You have nade. You should. Oh, that's a really overshot. Yeah, I think the biggest issue is just a mechanical issue on nades right now. That's a big issue. That's way better. You learned your lesson that time. Ooh, go for nade now. You should look for nade now. On the Hanzo, ultimately. Ooh, that's a hard one to sleep. I mean, that's a hard one to nade. Winnable. Ooh, I wouldn't have nanoed him there. I wouldn't have nanoed Sigma. I would have nanoed Soldier. I nano Soldier because he's 90% to Visor, and then he's probably one of the best people with gates, and then your nano would help him build it. Sigma's not a terrible option, I'd say, but I wouldn't say it's the best option either. Soldier nanos are very consistent, I think, in my opinion. Your Sigma could whiff every single shot. He could, like, he is very possible. It works out. I'm not gonna question it too much.
Remember the Vykovsky kingpins? 3
no way you guys choked this, right? Nade that. Okay, where does that nade land, actually, out of curiosity? It is the right call to nade. Hmm. Just ignore me. Ooh, you missed the shots. Unlucky. Heal your soldier, I was gonna say.
No recovery.
I'd say heal your soldier there. You could have definitely healed him in time.
Enough whining. You're fine.
Nice kill. Ooh, bit risky to peek that, but you're fine.
I won't let you fall.
Look, you need to be looking for a huge nade here. You still need one. You still need one in the back. And AC9. Okay. It wasn't as close as I thought it would be, but it is still pretty close. There's not much to say other than, like, be more aggressive. You need to be a bit more aggressive with the Ana play style. I think your play style is a bit too passive. It's like my level, if I kind of... But, yeah. I'd say you can play a bit more aggressive because they have no Widowmaker to peek. It's only a Hanzo, so your risk is way less likely. If that was a Widowmaker on the enemy team, then sure, I'd play the same. Because it's just Hanzo and Hog, I'll peek a bit more. Hanzo is scary, but not scary as Widowmaker and Sojourn. So you can play a bit more aggressive. If it's Widowmaker, sure, play a bit more passive. But yeah. Or play if it's just Widowmaker, play like you are now, that's fine. Nades, you definitely could use some working on. You can go for some flank nades if you want. There's a couple, I think on second point defense, you could have gone for a bit more flank route there to nade. Obviously the method of your nading could use some working on. But that's something you gotta figure out yourself. I think generally you're overshooting a bit too much. That's what I noticed. Other than that, oh, the sleep darts too. Yeah, the sleep darts as well. Sleep darts could definitely use some working on too. I'll try and notice what's wrong with it later.